This is going to be our first game for the grand finals of Season 5. We have Navi and OG.
Yes, we do.
Which team is going to win the first game? Which box do you want to be a part of? This is, I mean, you got to be right here. This is what we hired you for, guys. Come on.
Gotta be right.
No pressure. No pressure.
I think OG are actually gonna pull this one out.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. But oh, you're both. Okay.
I'm on OG. I want Navi to win, but I'm on OG. I think they're gonna.
You first. No, you first. No.
Okay. I want not. Okay, OG, fine. Just go.
I go Navi. Let's find out who's gonna take it this time for game 1 of our grand finals. OD Pixel and Draskell. Take it away.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and indeed it is the grand finals. This is OG. Did you hear that? I heard that. I don't know if you guys heard that. Let's get ourselves into the game, into the look at the drafts. We've got some fun stuff coming out from both sides. Navi closing it up with the Digirama Morphling. I mean, OG, they're going for the full-on in-your-face lineup here. This kind of Spirit Breaker, TA, Slardar combination. I mean, if that starts to hit the peak at the mid-game and get the ball rolling, it's going to be a little bit scary for Navi.
Yeah, there's a lot of answers for the Night Stalker. I mean, typically that hero wants to really be in the front of the fight, you know, spamming Void, silencing people, causing a lot of chaos, but again, Spirit Breaker, Lifestealer, and Slardar, 3 heroes that can really stand in the fight with you and just trade. It's a little bit scary because Navi have a tendency to really only pick one hero like that, and I think that's what made their lineup suffer so much against VP in the previous series. Granted, they did end up taking the whole thing, and now here they are in the grand finals against OG, but could be a bit of a problem for them a little bit later. I also kind of agree with Waga's sentiment that giving Phoenix to OG is just a hero that is totally comfort zone for them.
I mean, they love that hero. It seems like they're just picking it every time if they can.
So much success, and they already get the D ward on bottom lane as well, so 100 gold going the way of No Tail here before the creep wave even starts. So lineup-wise, I actually favor OG, but I feel like the Morphling pick is something that we don't really see a whole heck of a lot, but I think it does have potential in this type of scenario when the enemy team just really wants to stay on one target really hard. Morph can really throw you off in terms of how durable the hero actually becomes, and you can kind of bait maybe OG going into this more.
I mean, General's in a lot of trouble here. Level 1, he's only got the Iron Shell and Crit with a level 1 bash. Bashing him back in, and this is going to be your first blood. Crit to take that one, and I mean, this is of course just one of the weaknesses of the Darks here, and OG abuse it. They're taking advantage of that level 1 Iron Shell.
He did get bashed, a little bit unfortunate. I'm not sure if without the bash he maybe walks back to the tower, but either way he had to avoid the Sunray, which is why he walks towards the creep wave and tries to push it out a tiny bit, but he almost got level 2. I think that was pretty much his main goal. He just wanted level 2 before he died, but unfortunately the creeps didn't quite die in time, and he was the one to fall first, so first blood going the way of OG. I suppose the next thing we could talk about is the mid matchup, the notorious Puck versus TA. No Dro Ranger to help out Dendi this time. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, and obviously Miracle. He is just side-blading the living crap out of Dendi right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a really fun matchup. Yeah, just for the, not just the hero matchup, but the player matchup as well. Miracle versus Dendi. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes down again. Look at this bottom lane. They're making another gun. General, he's yet to hit level 2. This time, he's going to be fine. Does manage to back himself out far enough that they can't get a lead on him, but he's having to be very, very careful here, General. And as we can see, just comparing the two offlaners, Moon having a much better time up on this Slardar on the top lane.
It's really hard for these two to actually kill him. That's the problem. Because Morphling commits, and you know, he does a little bit of damage. The waveform is a sizable nuke, but it's in the early game, I see it more of an escape and a farming tool than really getting a kill. I think the only way that Moon dies is if they transition a third hero up here. Like, they're going to need the Night Stalker or the Darkseer to be in the area if they want him to go down.
On the mid lane at the moment, and the trade is being kept even here. 10 for free on Dendi. I guess slightly behind, but it's very, very close on his TA. And I guess at this point, this is what downs to the fact that Dendi, he's not really going to put Miracle in any danger of dying, but he's always going to be able to wave clear.
Yeah, for sure. That's the one thing about the matchup, and especially since they buffed the how intelligence gives you spell damage now once you get to, I guess it's level 10? Yeah, something like that. Level 9 or 10. You can pretty much just clear the creep wave no matter what. We're just having a null talisman or two. And a lot of pucks are favoring going Veil nowadays, so you get even more in from that. And just being able to push out the wave super hard, secure the runes is going to help tremendously. Since they also have a jungler on their side of the map, it's like Artstyle can just go to the 4-minute rune, the 6-minute rune and whatnot. Especially the 4, because if for whatever reason OG decided to contest that with Moon or whatever, and it's the first night, and Artstyle's like level 3 or 4, you could potentially even get a kill. So we'll have to see how the movement comes out from Navi. But they're actually playing it. This is the most passive early game I've seen Navi play yet. Like, this is a little, not necessarily concerning, but it's just a different take. Because normally they get this hero and they want to try to control tempo. But this time they pick a Night Stalker and he's just jungling. Like, I feel like I'm watching Godblack right now. I'm not watching art style. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit...
Oh, look at General.
He's fine.
He's got a charge crit. If he gets the vision for this one... Okay, yeah, with the Sal, General should be alright.
I mean, look at this fog abuse right here.
Yeah, look at the Dukes.
Game.
Crit soft. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see as well how much crit and fly can get done across the map, because No-Tail at this point, he really doesn't need them in the lane of this Lifestealer. He's got free farm, free control of the lane with the fact that General has been forced back. He's level 3 now, so we'll see if General does want to start to come back into the lane. But this is giving a lot of space for No-Tail. Meanwhile, at the same time, even though Moon's having a better time in the offlane up top, he's not really being able to do anything in terms of slowing down Ditchara's farm, and Ditchara is keeping neck on neck with No-Tail at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's just another situation where he's just going to buy the Iron Talon, he's going to hit some creeps in the jungle, he's got a stout shield and some tangos as well. It's just all around a more efficient play, and since he's already level 4, like, this isn't bad at all. He's a level higher than the Darkseer. General made the transition towards middle lane.
Mid lane art start. Looking for the wraparound. It is night time. And there we go. Moving in onto Miracle. Could he play his way out of this one? He's looking for Dendy, but no, can't do it. Dendy's out, and they get themselves the kill. First bit of action there in the mid lane for the boys.
That was actually a super nice setup. He had Iron Shell on the Night Stalker, he looped around, put Iron Shell on Dendy, they just walk into him, TA, Refraction just instantly down. Easy kill there for Navi. I mean, that even, you know, barring the gank, the lane was actually still relatively close. Dendy was only a couple of denies behind what Miracle was at anyway, so all that considered. We do see the standard help out Dendy in middle lane. That is a Navi theme, as it were.
And it's been working out in the games.
Yeah.
It's certainly has been effective. The question is, how effective is it going to be against Miracle? I mean, Miracle, he really is one of the players that just strikes me as he's the perfect comeback player. It doesn't matter if you kill him a few times in the mid lane. This man is always going to have a good game. I mean, I really can't remember the last time he's had a bad game. Miracle.
You say that. You know, you say that.
He's fine.
We talked about the caster.
He's got refraction. He's fine. They're just going to try and turn it. He'll get glimpsed in. Some ray's going to come through. Miracle, can he get out? Okay, no, he can't. Boy flies through. Crit coming in with the charge. They look to get art style in return. He's going to try and run away. Isn't going to make it. They find one in return. I mean, but the thing, they're throwing a lot of stuff at Miracle. OG are responding. I mean, this is kind of the classic Navi, as you said, you know, way to deal with the mid lane. But space is being given elsewhere, and No-Tail continues to farm.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 1-for-1 trade, and you're trading a jungle Night Stalker for a TA mid. And if I'm Navi, I'm still quite happy with that. And yeah, you're getting farm on the Morphling while the Lifestealer's farming. That point is, you know, it's just they're both going to get free farm. Because no team really wants to contest the safe lane of the other. I think if it would be anyone, maybe OG once a Lifestealer hits 6 and the Spirit Breaker hits 6, so like Crit gets the ultimate and they just start like running at people.
Okay.
Navi are just...
They really want Miracle dead.
They're ready this time.
There, and here we go. A drop in Dream Call. Kinetic Field's out as well, but Crit and Fly are there. Can Navi really try and go in for this one? They're trying to force Miracle to snap the call. It's not going to happen. Bash. Oh my God! Dendy! Just getting the all-man time. Look at the rotation from Moon, and he still goes down. They find one. The crush from Moon as OG rotating in heavily, taking down Seneko. Artstar in a lot of trouble as well as they move forward. No-Tail with the slow, charging in Crit. Brings them down.
That was so unbelievably lucky. I can't even... He first hit Bash's art style, then he first hit Bash's Dendy, and then bashes him again on the next swing, so he can't even get to his orb. Like, whatever RNG god they prayed to before this match, it worked.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's painful. That's painful for Navi, giving that bit of action to OG. But as we talk about the space being created for either side, Ditchara, he's still going untouched on this top lane. And I mean, this is the way that, as the panel was saying, this is how Ditchara and Navi kind of like to play. As long as they can draw attention away from this man, he's certainly going to be able to farm up a treat. The question is just how much can he do as a Morphling in this game against the lineup of OG? I mean, how strong is the Morphling pick here?
It's kind of a timing issue, I think. If the hero runs into a struggle, it's because most Morphling builds as we see Dendi kind of juking away here. Could actually be in some trouble. Oh, okay, he's got to connect field. But anyway, in regards to the Morphling, it's more just about how fast he can get his items. Because once you get Linken's E-Blades, you are incredibly strong. But just having the Linken's...
And the bottom lane pretty out an inventory to set it up. Move with the TP rotation comes into play.
Splat. Yeah. Morph basically just needs like 25 minutes. That's pretty much how the hero works.
I mean, is he going to get 25 minutes with the way that OG's playing and the heroes that they've got?
Well, they do have a very snowball-centric lineup where they have Slardar TA who can take Roshan if they get the tier 1s, and so far they've been winning the early game, so I wouldn't put it past them to, you know, put that one step further and just snowball that, so we'll see. OG do have the lineup to apply that pressure too, there's no question about that. They might not be the best at killing towers, but they do have TA for damage.
General is TP'd into the bottom lane, no tell, coming forward, they would have needed another bash crit, not going to be too lucky with the RNG this time. Man goes up into the range creep, off he waltzes, and now finds General. In fact, he's going to get the kill. Takes down the Darkseer, Crit in a little bit of trouble. No, he gets the charge out top of Dendi. Oh, he's there! Dendi with the cutoff will find a kill in return.
Radiant's top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
man. Bit of a fortunate ore placement there, or Moon. He sniffed him out, and Dendi knows. Dendi's like, I know you're there. I know you're there. And he will be fine.
I think it's, yeah, Moon just needs to farm right now. I mean, he's helping out, and that's good. Like, the kill contribution is definitely useful, but getting the Blink Dagger, I think, is even more so. Because you need that initiation, right? Like, just imagine if there's a Spirit Breaker or a Slardar with a Lifestealer inside of them, and there's always that follow-up.
Oh, it's scary.
It is just, no matter what hero you are on Na'Vi, even the Morphling can get chased down by that. Because if you waveform preemptively, then you're pretty much going to get hit by the charge at the end of it. But if you waveform after the charge, he can always ult you. You have the, you know, opportunity to get open wound cast.
Oh, a mid lane again, Crit.
Oh, God.
Joining in as Miracle, played it patient, set it up.
Did he mess up a phase shift, or...?
No, Miracle was sitting there and melded it up, and then he just came too far forward, and yeah, didn't get the phase shift off before the bash connected.
Just splat, yeah, okay.
This is scary for Na'Vi. I mean, how do they react to this kind of aggression that the OG's putting on? How do they slow them down?
I mean, it's the first time that we've seen Na'Vi play a more defensive early game in the sense that art style is jungling, and this is also the first game where we've seen them kind of getting run over in the first 10-15 minutes. Usually it's the opposite. So I think that maybe it's a lot to do with the fact that art style didn't really have the active hero this time, and he's more just walking around the map and trying to find his own farm. I'm not sure if it really fits into the style that Na'Vi like to play. Maybe it is deviating a bit too far from what they normally do.
Look at OG, with 10 minutes in, and the full 5 mana around this tier 1 in the mid lane. They are ready for some action if Na'Vi want to give it to them. And looks like Na'Vi are just playing it as safe as they can. No tail, just sitting in the sidelines behind these trees.
I mean, it's starting to get a little bit more lopsided in the mid matchup too. I mean, obviously his tower just died, but then he's, you know, 20 some odd CS behind at this stage. They don't have a tower. Slardar's got Amplify if they want to try to sneak a Roche at some point. It's a little bit of a scary thing though, because Static Storm is available on Na'Vi now, and a Vax Static Storm can be the Wombo combo dream, more or less. We'll see here. Looks like they want to smoke standing behind the tier 2. Should see Na'Vi go for a kill here. That's all 5 as well.
Yeah, this is nice as well. Star's going to have Darkness back up in 10 seconds, and you've already mentioned the Wombo combo. If they can hit that, it's going to be absolutely huge. We'll see what movement they want to make. It's going to be a scan from OG, just checking, see if there's potentially a smoke moving up towards the top, and they're actually kind of bang on, but it's not going to be there when Na'Vi pass by. Snako has been dispelled by Miracle. They know he's melted. They actually have detection, and no, they don't. Na'Vi won't be able to find that. They'll drop the Static Storm, but no tell. He already got the range up, and he just bites into Snako. Now moving in for more. There's a charge on Stitch Row. They've got to get themselves out of it. Na'Vi Crit with the charge in for the side. Looking for the ult, and but then he will be able to ult himself out onto the side. They're losing to Toronto. He gets himself out to the replicate just in time. Now the question is, can they chase him down? He tries to waveform away, but they've got the vision. They're popping the supernova. No messing here from Fly. They want to make sure they get to Gerard. They should be able to. It'll take them a fair bit of time, but they finally bring him down. Here comes Daniel, trying to drop the Dream Core, trying to do something to turn this one, but General, he's falling low. He'll drop as well. They do get that kill onto Moon, but again, Na'Vi taking very, very painful fights, and OG just coming out on top each and every time.
Well, I learned something today. Apparently, if you shift Q Rage, you can cast it before the Static Storm silence affects you, because I'm pretty sure that's the only reason that the Disruptor actually dies there. It seemed like the animation was down before he got there. No, it was really close. Maybe we'll have to watch the replay and see what happens, but as soon as that Static Storm is wasted, and they're not able to glimpse back because they had to know it was no-tail, right? Because the TP color.
Yeah.
So maybe he just assumed that it was going to hit him, and they would be able to go for a counter kill or at least run away. As soon as the initiation starts, where your disruptor dies without using a single useful spell, the fight's already over. Like, Morphling doesn't contribute anything at this stage in the game outside of a waveform, and it is going back for the Lincolns. I don't know why he's sitting on 2200 health. Okay, there we go. But this hero is, you know, he's a time needer, and the game is too fast right now for him. He needs his team to somehow slow the pace of the game by either winning fights or splitting up OG on the map.
Yeah, I'm looking at Dendy as well, and he is saving up the gold. This really feels like something that we just don't see a lot of folks doing now. You know, it really seems to be the new trend to get that veil first. Do you like the fact that he is just going for the blink first? Did he just need that big initiation item?
They need the reliable jump on the Lifestealer or the Phoenix, for example, because they don't have anybody else who can really get on the backline except for the Night Stalker. And the Night Stalker we already talked about has a really hard time being a frontline hero against this squad. You get Amplify cast on you and stunned or open wounds and amplified, you're gonna fall over. You're just not tanky enough. So you need another hero on your team who can actually jump in with you to create a little bit more chaos, so that way they can't just all throw all their abilities on the Night Stalker and kill it.
OG, we'll see what the next bit of aggressive play is going to be.
14-minute does so here from Miracle.
That's not bad at all, and with the Ancients as well, you can see he's going to be able to keep himself far ahead in terms of their weapon. Actually, caught out Moon, and well, with the Dream Call, they'll get the kill. Dendy, with the Blink reveal, and with the help of Artstyle, finding themselves a bit of positive action. There is a charge gone to Dendy, and with Miracle...
This is a really bad angle. He might not phase shift in time.
Let's see what they can find. Oh, Miracle just got to Artstyle. 1-2, give it a third one, and he's gone with the help of the Sunray. They find it. Have they got the control for Dendy? He's going to pop the orb out, get himself away. And they chase this one down. Dendy should be fine here on this occasion. He's got the orb back up in the blink as well. So he escapes 1 for 1. And even trades at this point aren't going to be too bad for the side of Na'Vi, as they are behind. So they really want to just get whatever they can get at this stage.
Spirit Breaker is a very unique hero in that once you start falling behind in the laning phase, you feel super scared to show yourself anywhere on the map. It's kind of like playing against old school Storm Spirit. You know, when he started snowballing, you get this looming sense of, oh man, I'm just going to die if I farm this creep wave and I don't have somebody behind me. And I think it's just Na'Vi not necessarily remembering exactly how to play against it, because a lot of the time you see Spirit Breaker and the enemy team just wants to 5-man, or the enemy team just has a truckload of disables. But the problem is Na'Vi really don't have a ton of either. They have a coil, which is nice, and a kinetic field, but that's not really a lot against a Spirit Breaker, and especially when there's Lifestealer and Slardar who all just want to run at you. So they're kind of lacking the necessary lockdown so far to deal with the squad.
Yeah, and they're not using it even scarier from OG now. The fact that Moon has the Blink Dagger, he's also got no tail inside him. There's also a smoke from Na'Vi at the same time. Let's see who kind of comes out on top in Na'Vi. They're going to start to make the movement into the jungle, and they will find Fly if they head up there, but it's already been dispelled. Actually just popped the darkness and they're backing up, so well, that positioning from Fly really putting a stopper on to what Na'Vi were looking to try and achieve there. They need to still hanging around just in case OG come back round and look for a fight themselves. But OG, they're being smart. They're not going to be waltzing down there anytime soon. They'll actually make a look towards the mid lane. Charging in, they want to go onto Artstyle, but they're actually holding it on crit. Doesn't want to commit there with the backup of Na'Vi around Artstyle.
That's a good cancel though, because it's at a stage in the game where OG feel pretty confident. You know, they have some time. The Morphling getting closer to the Lincolns, but Ditchura doesn't have it yet. It's already 16 minutes in. Looks like they want to try to get the jump instead of being the ones who are initiating in full vision. Could even just go for Roach.
I was going to say Smoke can go right with the Deso, with the Amplify. They know that they can do it.
They kill it very quickly.
The question is, can Na'Vi do anything to stop it? It's daytime. Darkness is being used.
Random vacuum. That's only level 2 actually. Can't even reach the thing.
I mean, just look at the speed of that melt. Easy Roshan for OG. Miracle picking up that Aegis. And this is really getting into incredibly scary territory for Na'Vi. They need a game plan. They need a big fight. I mean, I know we're kind of a little bit far away from the high ground defense, but
what the hell? What's happening right now?
I don't know. I agree with that. Someone WTF. Well,
alrighty.
We'll sort this out, I'm sure.
Seeing as our admins were not securing the lobby properly,
oh
but
dear.
oh dear.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
You can mute in game, right?
Any ways to mute this guy? No.
Can't you just ignore the user?
Oh wait! If Weapons is spectating, can he just not
you
switch
can just
the
ignore
chat?
the user.
Or he can just can he not just like switch to a random chat?
You
channel?
all chat.
Yeah.
Can you mute all chat while you're in game as a spectator? Yeah, you can. You can just mute all chat. Mute him and go.
Alright.
All right. Well, while we wait, there was actually something that I wanted to bring up in regards to the way that Spirit Breaker works in this lineup. Is you kind of have this. The most rudimentary way of countering an aggressive team is by having a hero who can literally be everywhere, you know? And think about Furion, but instead of a hero that's actually squishy, Spirit Breaker just has a ton of armor, a ton of HP, and you just charge at whatever target you want, and you just force the fight. And since Na'Vi have a tendency to always prioritize mid, you just always be ready to charge that lane, or you charge at one of the supports, and you're just creating all this chaos everywhere. And that synergizes well with a hero like Phoenix, because during fights, if Fly ever wants to reliably get off an egg, you want these really strong frontline heroes that are going to be able to stand there and prevent the people from actually hitting the egg in the first place. So instead of having lockdown, they just have the ability to defend the egg, and there's like no feasible way that Na'Vi are going to be able to get in there and smack it. So
there really isn't.
The synergy in the lineup is very, very strong, and Na'Vi are still struggling to find enough farm right now for Ditchera to really start showing that the hero Morphling, I don't know, man. I just don't know if it's quick enough for this type of game. Like, they have an Aegis, they're going to lose all their towers, I would say, probably in the next 5 seconds.
Oh, they've got Fly.
That's a big one.
Straight away, huge reaction. Stream cost popped onto 2 and they can't kill him. Dendy didn't get the nuke out onto him. So Fly survives, and now Dendy, oh, nice dodge. Does keep himself alive, but a bit of a whiff there is going to mean a missed opportunity for Na'Vi, and a very, very happy Fly.
They definitely needed that kill. Very a misstep from Dendy. When you're in this kind of game, you can't afford to make those mechanical mistakes. You just really need to make sure that you get the kills. So a little bit unfortunate. It means that the tier 2 top lane is going to be taking more damage. They're already charging Ditchera. He's going to be forced back. I suppose the one nice thing about having Lincolns in this game as Morph is you're kind of immune to the Spirit Breaker, and that could be the idea, is Dendy just gets absolutely destroyed.
Dendy certainly isn't immune to Miracle. I mean,
that's
catch him out with a jump. I mean, they are trying to fight up top. Can they get no tail or crit? Crit charging forward, but avoided there to cancel. General coming in. Can they bring down one? No moves over the back. Crush onto 2. Ditchera trying to come in, but no tail with the rage, finding up crit. Falling low, they'll take down the Spirit Breaker. Can they take down anything more? No tail. Mess up. Miracle's there to join the fight as well. Jumping forward, eyes onto one, style Fly. Getting himself in moon again with the crush on to do the Sunray. They found one. Ditchera, wait for him himself out. Will just survive. OG. Punishing Na'Vi and pushing them right back. Oh, Miracle! No mercy from the TA.
He needs his Ghost Scepter. That's going to be the next purchase.
Oh boy, and 20 minutes in now. Pushing onto the tier 3s here, OG.
They don't even have Blip. Are they just going to... They can get range Rex here, I think.
Na'Vi, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's the vacuum dream call for Dendy. They're going to move in. The static storm's dropping. He's actually not going to catch anyone. No tail gets finished back. Can they kill the man? He's going for the armor. He's going to heal. Is it enough to keep himself alive? No tail. He's still alive. He's still alive. He's maybe even thinking about going back in. He just goes back and hits the tower. No tail with no fear at all. Miracle in a bit of trouble, but he's got the Aegis. He's going to be fine for round 2, and he is going to need it. Aegis is pop. No tail, still alive here. Miracle.
That was sick, actually.
Oh man, they could not kill the Lifestealer.
He played it perfectly because he walks away from the tower to delay the hit in a way so that the damage isn't spread out. So the worst thing that can happen is multiple hits come in at different intervals that make it harder to toggle. But if you get hit at the same time, it's actually easier, because then you don't have to worry about intermittent swings. So he just walks in a direction that allows him the easiest toggle, gets it off, lives in a ridiculous situation with pretty much no mana at that point. He did get some back, but man, that was pretty disheartening actually if you're Na'Vi. If you kill No Tail there, I actually feel like that's a really big thing for them. That's 2 kills so far that they've missed.
Look at Miracle. He's got an Invis. Who's he going to kill?
Oh,
You've been on volunteers. Senenko
man,
removed from the game. They'll jump in with this crush. In comes the follow-up hold from Chris. They kill Dendy. Yes, they can. No Tail's joining the fight as well. Na'Vi again. Forced up to the high ground, and OG just bringing in another level of gameplay here in this finals. 18-6. Miracle now on 12,500 net worth. Game 1 looking to be very painful at the moment for Na'Vi unless they can find that massive wombo combo, but it just doesn't feel like OG is going to give them the chance to get that in these situations.
There's still no glyph. They have Static Storm, I guess, so the Vac Static Storm is going to be the defense here from Na'Vi. There is a Blink Dagger up on General too, so let's see what they can do.
Oh, but Blink Dagger's also up on Moon, of course, and he jumping in, Artstyle getting removed from the game. Digirard, can he get himself out? No, the Sun Ray's too strong. Miracle on the back, let's finding one, finding two, double kill for Miracle, double kill for Fly. They'll head back onto the racks, and OG just nothing less than stomping Na'Vi here in this game 1.
I gotta say, I think, you know, not even the Phoenix was the big part for me this game. It was more just about the Spear Breaker and the synergy that he has and the kind of style that you play against Na'Vi when you have this hero. Just the constant aggression, the fact that Artstyle was playing Night Stalker and just wasn't really active around the map. Crit did so much for his team in the first 10 minutes of the game, just by, you know, creating pressure, charging people, Moon's kind of passively farming away. They can't pressure No Tail. Middle lane from Na'Vi is also losing at the same time. And you have the safe lane Morphling who needs like 25 minutes to be active. It's just, there's so many things that Na'Vi need to go right in this draft before they're going to be able to do anything to stop OG's pressure.
They just need a lot of time, and OG's not the kind of lineup that's going to give it to them. I mean, Miracle, he's having a perfect game on the team, and this is something that we kind of saw him bring out earlier, well, yesterday, in fact, in the LAN finals, and it's something that's proven to be very, very scary indeed. I mean, I can only hope that we can look forward to seeing more TA performances from Miracle, because it really is quite something. He's 8-2-9. He is insanely farmed and insanely ahead.
Yeah, he's 4K ahead almost of the next highest net worth on his team. That is pretty bonkers. But I like the itemization here from No Tail as well. He just goes straight for the AC. He realizes that, you know, the Echo Saber is nice and everything. You get the mana regeneration, you get the double attack, but it's more about trying to just break the base at this point. And the additional armor that you have with the rage.
Digirard.
Nice.
Yeah, immediately.
He's got the
himself out crit. That's got No Tail in it. Na'Vi are coming around here. Pings are there. We'll see if they're able to find anything, but they're having to send Digirard back to clear out the top lane. And can Na'Vi actually find any action? Crit, he's Glimmer caped up. He's looking to get himself into a position to charge forward. Na'Vi just playing very, very safely now, and they need to. They just can't allow any more casualties. Otherwise, it's going to be game over.
I think winning a team fight is just completely relying on a wombo combo at this point. That's like their only play. Get a blink back into a Static Storm coil and hope that you kill them. If that doesn't happen, the Lifestealer and the TA are just gonna delete your heroes before they're able to do anything. Like that's just the state of the game that we're at right now. They're too far ahead. Like, it's 24 minutes in and they have over 15,000 gold lead, like closer to 20, and 14,000 experience. I think that next game, second phase, if you're going to be picking something like this style, like Na'Vi have deviated a tiny bit from what they do normally, then Spirit Breaker needs to be something that you need to look at and say, okay, maybe second phase we just ban it. Because it just creates so much chaos. Like, what is a Night Stalker doing early game? You can't really trade with a Spirit Breaker. If you charge him and you're just trading autos, the only way that Night Stalker wins the trade is by casting Void. But Crit can just get a lucky bash. And you know that mid triple bash? Like, yeah, honestly, in my opinion, that's where the game just went to crap for Na'Vi. Because they lost 2 heroes and they missed out on a kill because of bashes. And it was 3 bashes in a row. I mean, I'm not blaming the entire game on RNG. Obviously, OG played great. But that certainly did not help.
I mean, if you are Na'Vi going into games, as you said, is there anything else on top of that that you can look to target in the draft?
Well, I think if you're going to be picking this Disruptor and Night Stalker so much, and they opened the Night Stalker as well, that Spirit Breaker is just so good against these in particular supports because of the kind of stuff that he does early game. Because Disruptor is not known for dealing damage. He helps you get kills by punishing bad positioning. But the thing about Spirit Breaker is you're not going in if your position is bad, you just cancel the charge. But if you are letting the charge go, then you kind of have to use the glimpse on the Spirit Breaker if you want to stop yourself from dying. And at the same time, you could just die before you even get it off, because there's a Lifestealer inside of him. You know, what if the Slardar follows up with Blink Stun? there's just so much potential for pick. And Na'Vi for a desperation smoke here. Looks like they might run right into OG.
They might. I know she's gone for a smoke themselves, but Na'Vi may have the high ground lead in. Snako leading the way. We'll see if he stands his ground. This could be perfect. Can they find the follow-up and already jumping in? The static storm tab, a miracle pops the BKB. Eyes onto Arsenal. Starts to back himself off to the side. General on the front getting bashed up. They'll take down the Darkseer Miracle. Starting to make a move to Dendy. Has the face shift in time. Drops the core down, but Dendy, he's gone. Godlike for Miracle. Double kill for No Tail, and now they're chasing down Titurar. The Sunra is out from Fly. In comes the Sunray, and GG is called. All too much for Na'Vi here in game 1 as OG having a very, very easy start here to this best of 5 grand finals.
Man, they just got brutalized actually. Poor Na'Vi. They had like nothing going for them. The laning phase was super hard. I really think it does go back to the failed mid gank. That's really where things start to fall apart, because that was one of the first times our style decided to move around the map, and just those bashes, man. Crit, that guy right there ruined the lives of Na'Vi like single-handedly with those bashes.
Oh,
that was
man.
completely insane.
Yeah.
And those are the kinds of fights where, you know, these are really great teams. So a couple of years ago, if you